Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Friday, March 12th, at 3:28 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 764 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. McConnell backs new process to fill Kentucky Senate vacancy. A UK police officer has been charged with the kidnap and murder of Sarah Everard. Gonna be sore, law troopers boasted of beating black man. Newborn's body was found at Planned Parenthood 10 years ago, now NC mother is charged. The KC-46 tanker's most infamous problem isn't the one that impacts pilots the most. Manatee graveyard found in Florida as algae bloom and cold temperatures threaten mammal survival. Nebraska Governor Ricketts warns, if you legalize marijuana, you're going to kill your kids. MSC Cruises ship catches fire while docked in Greek port, no injuries among skeleton crew. Dr. Seuss illustrations reveal just how ingrained anti-Asian racism is in America. Daily Mail owners complain to Sussex interview producers about doctoring of headlines. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Minneapolis will pay George Floyd's estate $27 million after city council votes to settle lawsuit with family, CNN. British police officer charged with murder in missing woman's kidnapping and killing, The Washington Post. Is it okay to drink between vaccine doses? What does vaccine efficacy mean? Goats and soda, NPR. Some Bethesda games now on Xbox Game Pass are getting frame rate boosts on Xbox Series X, The Verge. Lindsey Boylan plans to target Schumer, Gillibrand with PAC for not calling on Cuomo to resign, CNBC. U.S. and Pacific partners to flood Asia with vaccines, Politico. Holly Robinson Peete claims her former The Taco host Sharon Osbourne said she was too ghetto for CBS show, Deadline. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez break up, call off 2-year engagement, page 6. 519 more COVID-19 cases, 2 deaths, 30K vaccinations reported Friday in Utah, KSL.com. Juwan Howard, Maryland's Mark Turgeon differ on what led to heated exchange, The Detroit News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Andrew Cuomo once created a fake women's rights party as political revenge. NASA uses Navajo language to name rocks and other features of Mars. Senator Schumer and Gillibrand join calls for Andrew Cuomo's resignation. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez end 2-year engagement. Cuomo's refusal to resign followed every page of the alleged abuser playbook. Man charged with attacking cop at Capitol riot buried police badge in backyard. CNN's Brooke Baldwin says she honestly doesn't know her next move yet. 26 of the funniest tweets about cats and dogs this week. Sharon Osbourne walks back fiery defense of Piers Morgan, I panicked. Basketball announcer under fire for using racial slur on live stream. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Trans woman fights to build better future. School criticized for new inclusive language. Teens follow lost dog back home, wait on porch. Thieves steal 6-year-old girl's modified van. Mother became farmer during COVID-19 pandemic. Tax fight costs thousands in stimulus money. Families denied hours of home nursing care. Nebraska's longest-serving paramedic dies while fighting brush fire. Retired pharmacist renews license to vaccinate. Woman celebrates her 100th birthday. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Andrew Cuomo, Global Vaccines, Daylight Saving, your Friday evening briefing. Who is Kathy Hochul, Governor Cuomo's possible successor? Sarah Everard killing, British police officer charged with murder. Governor Cuomo rejects calls to resigns, says he won't bow to cancel culture. Pace of U.S. vaccination speeds up by 40%. Too much on the bottom and not enough in the middle, Nanaimo bar outrage. Stimulus payments will start arriving this weekend. Biden takes first tentative steps to address global vaccine shortage. Allegations against Cuomo reignite a Me Too debate for Democrats. The coronavirus made the radical possible. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Omaha police officer shot at Westroads Mall, in critical condition, authorities say. Rochester investigation into Daniel Prude's death faults mayor and other city officials for keeping it secret. Left-wing activist allegedly defrauded $450 using Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta Facebook page. Red Wings Adam Earn goes down hard after fight with Lightning's Barkley Goodrow. Jennifer Lopez, Alex Rodriguez split over Southern Charm star Madison LaCroix scandal, report. Women's History Month, Caroline Johnson, pioneering Navy aviator, opens up on gender discrimination. New York Sense, Schumer, Gillibrand call for Governor Cuomo's resignation. Dem New Mexico Governor Grisham concerned with Biden's energy agenda, doesn't make any sense. Former top state depth investigator says COVID-19 outbreak may have resulted from bioweapons research accident. Kentucky Senate passes bill criminalizing protesters who insult police. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Friday, March 12th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Third stimulus check, your next relief payment may not be $1,400. Dylan Gilmer on 2021 Nickelodeon's Kid Choice Awards, I'm going to be pumped if I get this blimp. $1 billion Mega Millions ticket sold in Michigan claimed by Oakland County Lottery Club. Child tax credit, how expanded credit works and why it means more money to parents. Cassidy Lichtman on athletes in limited volleyball, the interesting thing is we redraft teams every week. A10 tournament championship preview, going to come down to three-point battle. CBS Ryan Gomes breaks down FU versus St. Bonaventure. Steelers safety Terrell Edmonds and his brothers write children's book. Stimulus check update, what else does the economic relief package have for you? Lawmaker files bill to establish minimum teacher salary of $70,000. Third stimulus check, will your $1,400 economic relief payment arrive by this weekend? The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Harry and Meghan, the inconvenient truth. Video of naked young RAF recruit in initiation ceremony triggers investigation. Police charge Sarah Everard suspect with murder. Police force appoints Britain's first dog detective after national spike in pet thefts. Will foreign aid bill bounce back to $14 billion? Was a secret Tory money trail used to pay for Carrie Simons's Downing Street makeover? Lockdown sparks a 40% boom in hair transplants since March 2020. Michael Mosley, why I went a bit wild after my COVID jab. Ex-Team Sky doctor found guilty of ordering banned testosterone knowing it was too dope a writer. Growing bedding plants from scratch is worth the effort, says Monty Don. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Why Russia is tightening its grip on social media. Stories of torture emerge as Uganda releases Bobi Wine supporters. The Biden administration's first showdown with China. Biden's promise of widespread vaccinations by summer prompts frustration in slower-moving Europe. British police officer charged with murder in missing woman's kidnapping and killing. UN increases Central African Republic force by nearly 3,700. Case of UK woman who vanished on way home stirs grief, anger. Bolivia, arrest order for former interim president, others. As Biden pushes for peace, Yemeni rebels ramp up strikes on Saudi Arabia. Gunmen abduct 39 students from school in northwest Nigeria. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Senators Schumer and Gillibrand urge Cuomo to resign amid sexual harassment allegations, live. Hot mic catches announcer using racial slur for girls' team who knelt for anthem. Bolivia's ex-interim president faces arrest warrant for terrorism and sedition. A Little Things review, Denzel Washington killer thriller is a big mess. After 75-year-old dies from attack, alarm increases in Oakland's Asian community. Jamal Lascelles snatches point for Newcastle to deny Aston Villa. Minneapolis to pay George Floyd's family $27 in police custody death lawsuit. 20 photographs of the week. New York City prosecutor leading Trump inquiry won't seek re-election. Sarah Everard, Met police officer charged with kidnap and murder. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Hunt for vaccine slots often leads through scheduling maze. Live, ABC News Live. I will not resign, Cuomo responds to call step down over sexual misconduct claims. Netflix test warns users about password sharing. Maskless, boozing JetBlue passenger faces $14,500 FAA fine. Democratic Arizona Rep Kirkpatrick won't seek re-election. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Amazon will not sell books that frame sexual identity as mental illness. Minneapolis to pay George Floyd family $27 Yehuda Meshi's Zahav, Zaka founder and Israel Prize winner accused of assault. Cuomo, New York governor defiant as more Democrats tell him to quit. Pakistan Senate election, row over spy cameras in polling booth. Linda Reynolds, Australian minister settles case after calling aid line cow. COVID vaccinations, no reason to stop using AstraZeneca jab, says WHO. Scientists unlock mysteries of world's oldest computer. Goodwill's Walathini, South Africa straight-talking Zulu king. Uber face mask case, woman arrested after video shared by San Francisco driver. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. AP top stories March 12 p. Pfizer vaccine appears effective against asymptomatic cases, Feds plan to ramp up vaccinators, cites, COVID-19 updates. City of Minneapolis reaches $27 settlement with George Floyd's family. Are Louisville's sweeping police reforms enough to prevent another Breonna Taylor case? Psaki declines to give Trump credit on vaccines. New York's lieutenant governor receives COVID-19 vaccine. Derek Chauvin trial live, 7 jurors now seated as Minneapolis announces $27 settlement with George Floyd's family. Minneapolis reaches $27 settlement with George Floyd's family in wrongful death lawsuit. Singing, dancing on Broadway shut down anniversary. WH won't say if Biden believes Cuomo should resign. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. LA's homeless residents are 50% more likely to die if they get COVID. Now they're a vaccine priority. California offers COVID-19 rapid tests to reopening schools. California's job losses were worse than expected this winter. Two arrested in series of thefts of Rolexes and other high-end watches across LA area. California hits target of 2 million vaccines in low-income areas, clearing way for wider reopenings. Coyote that attacked 5 people in East Bay is trapped, killed after extensive search. Newsom recall election is looking more likely as foes hit signature milestone. Here is how to get COVID-19 vaccine beginning Monday in California. Some doubt Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. California officials insist it's 100% effective. Column, recalling California's wild and crazy and crowded 2003 gubernatorial recall. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Friday, March 12, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Sarah Everard, Met police officer charged with murder. U.S. offers protected status for people from Myanmar as coup leaders crack down. Israel bombed a dozen ships carrying Iranian oil or weapons in past 2 years. Mysterious attacks on at least a dozen tankers carrying Iranian oil are reportedly due to covert Israeli operations. China and Russia top EU list of global human rights abusers. COVID-19, Oxford AstraZeneca jab is excellent and no reason not to use it, says WHO. Road pollution affects 94% of Britain, study finds pollution. U.S. condemns China at UN Rights Forum for abuse of Uyghurs, Tibetans. Britain is legitimate owner of Parthenon marbles, UK's Johnson tells Greece. U.S. says electoral changes in Hong Kong assault on democracy. Britain advises its citizens to flee Myanmar amid fears of mounting violence. South Korea to ban military exports to Myanmar, MOL suspending development aid. U.S. joins West in rare criticism of Egypt on human rights abuses. Scientists may have solved ancient mystery of first computer. Kremlin critic Navalny moved from jail, whereabouts unknown. The next headlines are from Forbes. San Francisco 49ers announce several roster moves, re-sign Emmanuel Mosley. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's popularity tumbles in UK after Oprah interview, but surges in the US, polls show. Children's book explores wearing masks and acts of kindness during the COVID-19 pandemic. Sneak peek, Bieber in a slime lagoon, Kamala Harris, fan wall in store at Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. Braden Bishop continues to inspire hope for Alzheimer's through 4-Mom charity. Announcer hurls racist slur at female high school athletes for kneeling during national anthem. Cam Newton's return gives New England Patriots direction with pivotal days ahead. What's next for consumer supply chains? This week in XR, Pico VR raises $37 million, new Apple XR rumors, zero latency grows. Biden ends migrant parent deportations, here are all the Trump-era immigration policies rolled back so far. The next headlines are from Nature.com. CRISPR-based gene therapy dampens pain in mice. Webcast, Parenting in the Pandemic. COVID antibody treatments show promise for preventing severe disease. CoronaPod, COVID and pregnancy, what do we know? A quantum light source outshines a competitor 1,000-fold. Author correction, IFITM3 functions as a PIP3 scaffold to amplify Pi3K signaling in B cells. COVID research updates, a small piece of land yields bats with a trove of new coronaviruses. Author correction, Inceptor counteracts insulin signaling in B cells to control glycemia. Author correction, observation of the onset of a blue jet into the stratosphere. Author correction, inherited causes of clonal hematopoiesis in 97,691 whole genomes. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,691,591,438 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. The making of WandaVision reveals Marvel's TV magic, high wire acts and Paul Bettany's fake butt. Arlo Parks, Skullcrusher and more female indie artists for next year's Grammys. The song manager, Hypnosis Nick Jar sees a financially fruitful future for hit rights holders. New movies to watch this week, Pedro Almodovar's English language debut, Yes Day. Miguel's war film review, a gay Lebanese man strives to make peace with his past. SPAC led by ex-Disney execs Kevin Mayer, Tom Staggs raises $350 million in IPO. Viola Davis honored with AAFCA Icon Award exclusive. Life is Beautiful Festival sells out passes in record time, after placing its bet on a socially undistanced September. Tony Award winner L. Scott Caldwell to lead Blumhouse Amazon feature bingo exclusive. It's 2021 and Avatar is about to overtake Avengers Endgame as highest grossing movie of all time. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Coronavirus FAQs, can I drink between vaccine doses? What is vaccine efficacy? Biden, Harris promise help is on the way with COVID relief package. Biden and Quad leaders launch vaccine push, deepen coordination against China. In the pandemic's first year, 3 huge losses in one family. Cuomo says he will not resign despite calls from Schumer and other top NY Democrats. Minneapolis reaches $27 million settlement with family of George Floyd. Department of Justice says at least 100 more people could be charged over Capitol attack. Wilmington's Lie author traces the rise of white supremacy in a southern city. Banished witches sing of their pain and their dreams. The following headlines are from The Week. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez break up, confirming love is dead. The Daily Gossip, J. Lo and A-Rod break up, Taylor Swift and Beyonce could make history at the Grammys, and more. Eddie Murphy reveals that working on SHY movies made him so depressed that he stopped acting for 8 years. The week's best photojournalism. The floodgates are opening for everybody's dirt on Cuomo. Marco Rubio's Amazon union position is hilariously tangled. The week contest, rock injury. If Andrew Cuomo won't resign, he must be impeached. Taylor Swift and Beyonce could make history at the 2021 Grammys. Actress Emily Mortimer appears to have plagiarized part of her New York Times essay about Lolita. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Allegedly this week, who cancels the cancelers? Nobody warned Texans about the public health risks of the winter storm. Textile artist Diedrich Brackens recasts symbols of life and death in Texas. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. NASA's Perseverance Mars rover mission honors Navajo language. The next headlines are from Universe Today. The giant Magellan Telescope's 6th mirror has just been cast, 1 more to go. China and Russia will be partners in a lunar research station. Al Kubir gives us an update on his ideas about warp drives. Measuring the temperatures of red giants is actually pretty tricky. Comets already grow a coma out in the Kuiper belt. The oldest stars help tell us how big the universe is. Microbes found that survive on the byproducts of radioactive decay. Organic material found on an asteroid sample returned by Hayabusa 1. Vega might have a planet. The Galapagos Islands from space. These are the news headlines for today, Friday, March 12th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. View a map of 25,000 supermassive black holes. The sounds of space images. Westward shift of Orion and all the stars. Hubble Space Telescope enters safe mode after unexpected glitch. A Martian cloud reveals its secrets. First exoplanet with evidence of tectonics. A tangle of stars in Berenice's hair. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. WHO gives green light to J&J vaccine. Biden's first 100 days. Schumer, Gillibrand join call for Cuomo to step down. Judge orders pre-trial release of key Oath Keeper charged in Capitol attack. U.S. and Pacific partners to flood Asia with vaccines. Transformational, Biden begins stimulus sales pitch. Carry to Wall Street, put your money behind your climate PR. Booker says he's trying to permanently expand enhanced child tax credit. Biden readying new sanctions on Russia over Nord Stream 2 pipeline. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. In the driver's seat, rideshare service with a difference hits WA. State election 2021, everything you need to know as WA votes. Australia destroyed the curve but still needs COVID-19 vaccine, WHO. UK police officer charged with kidnapping, murder of Sarah Everard. Victoria records 0 COVID-19 cases for 15th day in a row. Camper killed by falling tree branch in Healesville. Tansel's memory broke records. He has tips for improving yours. Scott Morrison Hair American League Division Series new dawn as quad leaders pledge 1B vaccines. Georgia May Jagger, I feel thankful for so many things. Right intentions, wrong rollout, Nationals push for more options in $1.2 billion travel scheme. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The Wall Street Journal, Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes pregnant, delaying criminal trial. Capitol Report, the 730-day presidency, haunted by 2009, Democrats see delay as Republicans plan. Personal Finance Daily, what you can do if your income just over the threshold for the $1,400 stimulus check and 4 in 10 jobless workers are experiencing long-term unemployment. Pelosi asks Democrats to reach out to Republicans on infrastructure. CDC updates safety guidelines for child care centers as many struggle to stay in business. Labor Department wants to rescind Trump-era rules it says hurts independent workers' wages. Newswatch, no peace for markets until 10-year Treasury yield hits 2%, strategist says. AT&T says it will start deploying new 5G spectrum this year, raises HBO subscriber forecast. Market snapshot, Dow and S&P 500 ring in another round of records as Wall Street reads weekly gains. Cryptos, Bitcoin price under pressure as Binance faces probe, but crypto headed for 16% weekly rise. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Can you get a sweet reward from patenting your recipes? The National Law Review. Patent claims as elements rather than boundaries, Patent Leo. Patents filed for revolutionary new product for injured insurance claimants, PR Newswire. Inside the mind of a serial inventor who has over 30 international patents, the better India. Black history is American history, and the history of U.S. agriculture, Ag Daily. Reining in drug patents isn't a silver bullet against high drug prices, stat. IBM's patent income slips as companies resist Godfather deals, Bloomberg. McBeamore and Vanik IP is seeking a PhD biotechnology patent agent, IPWatchdog.com. Hashing out IP and legality questions on Delta-8 THC, Law 360. NSCAI final report, United States must up its IP game to win the AI race, IPWatchdog.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. Racism causes high infertility in black women. 3 ways Biden can keep the U.S. on track for a new normal by summer. Why some European countries are pausing their AstraZeneca vaccine rollouts. Why vaccination among black Americans is so fraught. YouTube's newest hero is a Kenyan girl with academic superpowers. China's Gen Z investors are turning fund managers into social media stars. Nike has carefully positioned the Dunk to be 2021's hottest sneaker. When we'll know if COVID-19 vaccines stop transmission, once and for all. Biden's crusade against fossil fuels won't work in Africa. Virus Independence Day, Indian inflation returns, co on the loose. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Accusations of AI employee side selling fee for rare in-game items is a problem if true. Police supporters, ending qualified immunity makes being a cop too hard, somehow defunds the police. $3.2 billion FCC program helps the poor afford broadband, but Daily Deal, Litabin Flex 300 white beam LED headlamp. Judge tosses laughably stupid slap lawsuit the Trump campaign filed against the NY Times. Inventor of the cell phone marvels at entirely avoidable U.S. broadband gaps. NCAA goes after vasectomy clinics. Vasectomy mayhem over March mayhem ride-along trademark. Public Oversight Board releases thousands of NYPD disciplinary records. Court allows lawsuit over abusive copyright trolling. DMCA notices to move forward. Iowa Air Guard unit involved in overseas drone strikes is buying location data from data brokers. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Jennifer Lopez. 76ers. Kansas basketball. Cliff Simon. Yes Day. Alabama basketball. Novavax. Tom Brady. India versus England. Cam Newton. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Legitimate donor, Boris Johnson says UK legally obtained Elgin marbles, will not return them to Greece. US approves $1.77 billion sale of advanced Boeing spy jets to Germany amid increased NATO activity at Russian border. National Guard Association denounces extension of soldiers in D.C., inappropriate at best, illegal at worst. It sends a clear message that our daughters' rights are worth fighting for. New rules on transgender athletes passed in U.S. state. Italy's Roman Milan to be declared COVID red zones as whole country heads for Easter lockdown amid rising infections. South Africa mourns visionary Zulu king Goodwill Zwelithini, dead at 72. Minneapolis settles lawsuit from George Floyd estate for $27 million ahead of Derek Chauvin trial. She's such a tease, blonde bomber strips off for the boys as Muslim opponent takes scales to toilet for second weigh-in, video. Man faces 110 years in prison for trying to solicit child porn on motherhood blogs. NY's Cuomo refuses to resign, questions motivation of accusers and says politicians turning on him owing to cancel culture. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. War games showed U.S. would lose fast against China if it invaded Taiwan, U.S. General. Manhattan leases surge on record concessions and plunging rents. TABI, the Sovietization of the American press. What's next? Here comes Biden's $2 trillion infrastructure package. LA Teachers Union that says unsafe to return to school, urges members to hide vacation plans. Schumer, Gillibrand demand Cuomo resign as seventh accuser comes forward. San Francisco's Poop Patrol boss made $380K, didn't do crap, and has been charged with corruption. Brace yourselves for the most dramatic shift in the standard of living ever. Bitcoin, banks, and small cap surge on stimmies, bonds and the buck battered. Daily briefing, yield curve control, non-fungible tokens, and a wobbling equity market. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Nightmares for a long time, police joked of beating black man. China lashes out at U.S. over tighter Huawei restrictions. U.S. grants Myanmar nationals relief from deportation after coup. Theranos's Elizabeth Holmes asks to delay trial due to pregnancy. Bolivia's ex-president Anez says government seeks her arrest. Mysterious crypto investor Matakovan paid Ether in Beepler auction. Quad goals, U.S., Indo-Pacific allies to up India's vaccine output. Trudeau, every Canadian will be able to get vaccine by September. WHO backs AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine and plays down risks. Cuomo won't resign over harassment allegations as calls mount. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Number 7, former NY journalist accuses Andrew Cuomo of sexual harassment. Georgia Senate poll, Herschel Walker 47%, Raphael Warnock 45%. Joe Biden, $1.9 trillion coronavirus spending bill just the beginning of historic transformation. Michigan prosecutor receives hundreds of calls, emails to investigate nursing home deaths. GOP changes language on illegals, focuses blame on Democrat damage. Iran begins importing Cuban coronavirus vaccine candidates. Media interprets Secretary of State Antony Blinken as referring to Taiwan as a country. Republicans accuse Zoe Lofgren of breaking House rules with report insinuating 1/6 inside job. Fact check, Biden falsely claims coronavirus deaths exceed war, 9/11 deaths. Arizona Rep. Ann Kirkpatrick announces retirement in competitive district bordering Mexico. The next headlines are from UPI News. Well-timed phone call leads Missouri man to $2 million lottery jackpot. Watch, Lego's Coliseum set breaks Guinness record with 9,036 pieces. Watch, cat trapped in tree for over a week rescued, given spaghetti. Watch, airline worker reunites young passenger with left behind Buzz Lightyear. Missouri angler reels in 112-pound invasive black carp. Watch, bald eagle covered in snow while tending to eggs in California. Firefighters rescue bird on roof with head stuck in siding. Watch, brewery catapults keg to new Guinness World Record. Watch, Tennessee woman collects 16,000 Winnie the Pooh items. Watch, flash drive of old photos returned to owner after long search. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Mystery of green sea turtles too weak to swim and dying manatees along Florida coast from Jacksonville to Brevard County to Indian River Lagoon. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Meteorite that could hold secrets of the solar system hits family's driveway. They thought it was a charcoal grill. Yale scientists successfully repair injured spinal cord using patient's own stem cells. Being around birds makes us much happier, says New Science. She came to the U.S. to study with only $300 in her pocket. Now she's a NASA director for the Mars rover. Watch 600 drones recreate Van Gogh's famous paintings in dazzling starry night show. One of the first publicly traded psychedelic wellness companies is mapping the mental health revolution. Photographer unites with Cuban scientists to save the world's most beautiful snail. 12 countries have built roads out of plastic, and they can perform as well or better than asphalt. Highland cows of Scotland are starring in their own coup cam show. Look. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Friday, March 12th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. McHenry County deputy retrieves alligator prop from Fox River after homeowner thought it was real. At Air Force One base, intruder given up by mouse ears. Toronto restaurant naming menu after office supplies so you can expense your meals. Man stabbed father 20 times to rid him of a shape-shifting reptile. Michigan State's basketball team land sponsor, to be known as MSU Spartans presented by Rocket Mortgage. Sperm bank in space, scientists consider building Ark on Moon to store 6.7 million sperm specimens. Boy with autism gets recipe for his favorite waffles after they were discontinued. Customs seizes $1.5 million in counterfeit Rick and Morty vape pens at O'Hare, officials say. Teacher convicted of pouring liquid nitrogen on student's groin, Illinois officials say. Lebanese sexologist lambasts ridicule by childish TV hosts. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Facebook AI boss Jan LeCun goes off in Twitter rant, blames talk radio for hate content. Adventures with AI, here's what happened when I ate a 3-course meal designed by artificial intelligence. Powerful DNA software used in hundreds of criminal cases faces new scrutiny. Think you know Microsoft Excel's advanced features? With this 10-course training, you will. Uber and Lyft will share data to curb banned drivers, but only in the US. Zoom is crazy successful, but did it forget its brand? The science behind measuring the biggest shark to ever exist. Here's how you can draw a missing road on Google Maps. 21% of newly registered Dutch cars are EVs. Here's how that happened. Dance your way into the weekend with Google's Funky Synth Simulator. The following headlines are from Science Daily. SARS-CoV-2 jumped from bats to humans without much change, study finds. Study suggests role of sleep in healing traumatic brain injuries. Farm-level study shows rising temperatures hurt rice yields. Computing clean water. Zealand EOS switch, new theory of regulation of ice age climates. A computational guide to lead cells down desired differentiation paths. Study uncovers clues to COVID-19 using imaging. Adolescents with autism may engage neural control systems differently, study finds. New review explores effective sampling techniques for collecting airborne viruses and ultrafine particles. New perovskite LED emits a circularly polarized glow. The next headlines are from Information Week. Red Hat CIO Kelly talks hybrid cloud for post-pandemic world. How a sponsor can help elevate your career in IT. CIO agenda for right now, priorities a year into the pandemic. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Friday, March 12th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA awards Rapid 4 on-ramp 1 contract for spacecraft systems, services. California students to hear from NASA astronauts aboard space station. Space station crew to relocate Soyuz to make room for new crewmates. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Advocates urge Utah's governor to veto tax cut to make sure the state doesn't lose COVID-19 relief funds. Aaron Mendenhall, pre-COVID times were not so good, let's not go back. Family of Eater Uchtdorf donated to Biden, other Democrats in LDS apostle's name. Bagley cartoon, The Plot Against America. Police make arrest in current shooting. Mill Creek City starts work on plaza that includes an ice skating rink. This Utah school district is committing to a virtual future beyond the pandemic. Salt Lake City's Living Traditions Festival will return in May, with a series of smaller events. Utah reports 2 more COVID-19 deaths, while hospitalizations jump. Tribune editorial, who we rely on as our coronavirus experts, is critical. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Sony PS5 is currently the fastest-selling hardware platform in U.S. history, NPD says. 7-Zip developer releases the first official Linux version. NTSB cites Tesla to make the case for stricter autonomous driving regulation. Microsoft probing whether leak played role in suspected Chinese hack. Apple Podcasts to stop using subscribe. Myanmar's first satellite held by Japan on space station after coup. T-Mobile promises faster 5G this year. Swiss police raid apartment of Verkada hacker, seize devices. Google slams Microsoft for trying to break the way the open web works. Chrome 89 increases desktop memory efficiency with partition alloc. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Many St. Louis teachers and school staff to get COVID vaccine next week. Former Scott AFB airman sentenced to federal prison in child porn case. The reasons why St. Louis is getting $1/2 billion in federal COVID stimulus. Stop swiping your credit card, why you should only be using your chip. Pandemic pivot, Dogtown man goes from spinning tunes to scooping cookie dough. Floyd family speaks after Minneapolis agrees to pay $27 to settle lawsuit. Police officer and K9 do push-ups together. Boeing delivers first F-15X, left Lambert Airport for Florida. Many waiting weeks for tax refunds as IRS deals with backlog, prepares for stimulus checks. Suspect arrested in St. Louis toddler's death last fall. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Schumer, Gillibrand call on NY Governor Cuomo to resign. Bystander helps stop woman on stolen forklift during police chase. San Diego to enter less restrictive red zone next week. Border officers find $1.30 worth of meth in spinach shipment. Ex-sheriff's captain gets 2-year sentence for running illegal gun ring. Experts warn of houseplant black market after thief targets botanic garden. District previews changes to life on campus in tour before reopening. Authorities identify woman who died after car crashed into creek. Storm to bring scattered showers, light snow. Netflix cracking down on password sharing, you need your own account to keep watching. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. The men still watching college kids, now with biometric surveillance, report biometric update. Senators Mustafa Nawaz Kakar and Musaddiq Malik try to screw the gov with accusations of spying, but it turned into a hilarious meme. Pakistan Senate election, anger after spy cameras found in polling booth. Woman left in constant fear after her ex-husband stalking on Strava. Disability rights advocates protest ableism after hidden camera found at East High Madison Commons. Pervy boss who secretly filmed employee pumping breast milk won't go to prison, Iowa judge rules. Pakistan candidate backed by PM Khan elected Senate chairman. Ford F-150 electric pickup in production bodywork caught in spy photos. A comedy of errors, Twitter erupts over Senate secret camera controversy. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Ukrainian MiG-29 fighter jet and car collide at Vasilkiv Air Base. Navy lookout shared rendering of secret Russian submarine. U.S. Air Force releases images of its newest F-15X fighter jet. U.S. military denies report of new anti-missile assets in South Korea. U.S. Air Force accepts its first F-15X fighter jet. Raytheon fires Stinger missile from Javelin launcher. Russian Army takes delivery of 18-19 of main battle tanks. South Korea to buy more attack helicopters. U.S. Navy accepted new guided missile destroyer into the fleet. Denmark's first F-35 stealth fighter made its first flight. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Beijing lights, nowhere is home, yet everywhere is home. Interrogating the present with artist CEO Faye. Dance of delivery, Chinese delivery drivers, oil on canvas. Bike sharing's not dead, Alibaba-backed firm files for US IPO. Beijing passes resolution to ensure only patriots loyal to the Communist Party rule Hong Kong. Chinese women are wearing children's clothes to show how skinny they are. Inflow, the Pippa and Shakuhachi speak to our souls. She emphasizes ethnic unity, environmental protection, rural development, and military readiness at 2 sessions. A new boom for Chinese companies that can generate electricity from roof tiles. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Friday, March 12, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Mother claims son was forced to dig in the toilet by Arkansas kindergarten teacher. Potentially hazardous asteroid to fly by Earth this month. Video, brazen thieves steal large duck from yard of Mountain View home. Jennifer Lopez, Alex Rodriguez call it quits after 4 years together. When Contra Costa, Sonoma counties will join rest of Bay Area in red tier. Why your $1,400 stimulus check could be seized by private debt collectors. How to track your stimulus check with IRS tool. Minneapolis agrees to pay $27M to settle Floyd family lawsuit. This San Francisco demographic will be eligible for the vaccine very soon. Asian woman called ethnic slur, sexually assaulted in San Jose. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Number 8 Maryland women route Northwestern 85-52. Washington State lands naming rights deal for Stadium Field. Smith, Carrington dominate, number 6 Baylor rolls past TCU. Packers need help at cornerback, face potential RB losses. Legislative committees look to address states' mental health care needs. DuPage area districts announce plans for in-person learning 5 days a week. I am deeply distraught, Lombard man gets 6 months in jail for fatal Oak Brook crash. Illinois Republicans urge responsibility in use of federal stimulus dollars. Vaccine for 65 plus Wednesday at Schaumburg Convention Center. Minneapolis to pay $27 million to settle George Floyd family lawsuit. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. New passenger-only Southworth Seattle Fast Ferry opens end of March, riders ride free in April. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Malawi, Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Havana 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.6 m, depth 10 km, in Greece December 3, 2021, 12:57 UTC, 1,280,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.9 m, depth 10 km, in southeast of Loyalty Islands December 3, 2021, 8:54 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Friday, March 12th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. How can Blinken's bold plan for Afghanistan succeed? The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Deputies searching for armed and dangerous man accused of killing mother-in-law in Cyprus. Maskless woman arrested in Galveston day after mandate lifted. Bahamas, private island, listed at $19.5 million, set to go up for auction in late March. Cuomo says I did not do what is alleged, period. Schumer, Gillibrand, other Dems call for resignation. DIY noodle kits from Little Tokyo restaurant. Let's see delicious noodles for less. River Oaks Theater CEO and landlord discussing a solution to keep it open. Clear Creek ISD teacher on leave over troubling allegations involving physical encounter with student. George Floyd's family settles with Minneapolis for $27 million over his death. PJ Tucker not returning to Houston Rockets, head coach says. Memorial Hermann opens up vaccine slots to those 50 or older at its drive-through clinic. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. First Mazu pilgrimage flight to take off in May. NTUH had volunteers to be first to receive AstraZeneca vaccine. 6 imported cases reported in Taiwan, tally at 984. Jolent Tsai announces 3 more Taipei concerts in April. Exclamation point, 3 discover the 3 most Insta-worthy flower fields in Tainan. MV, Taiwanese American praised for stellar performance in latest Justin Bieber MV. Comma, Guam Island Art Festival to kick off on March 27th. Colon, Piccolage co-founder reveals 2 key points that make Taiwan a haven for startups. Palau's president to visit Taiwan on travel bubble program, ambassador. Singer Wing Liu addresses sexual harassment allegations. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, why is Gen Z obsessed with a high-speed rail system? As bipartisan bill moves to end daylight saving time, a review of why it's so bad for our health. Cuomo remains defiant, refusing to step aside amid more accounts of toxic behavior. New Jersey party bosses try to fend off progressive reformers. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Get delicious vegan Thai food at Glur in Chelsea. Update, Schumer, Gillibrand join AOC, Nadler, and other House Democrats demanding Cuomo resign. Bronx special election could establish a new political dynasty. Early edition, I'm sure having Caligula's mosaic as a coffee table was fun while it lasted. Manhattan Desai Vance will not seek re-election. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Minor earthquake 3.5 mag, 66 kilometers east by northeast of Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag strikes near Chara in Russia. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag strikes near Ternate in Indonesia. Moderate earthquake 5.2 mag, 178 kilometers northeast of Gisborne, New Zealand. Light earthquake, M4.3 quake has struck near Sumatra in Indonesia. Moderate earthquake, 5 mag strikes near Kermadec Islands region. Minor earthquake, 3.3 mag strikes near Punta Cana in Dominican Republic. Light earthquake, 4.7 mag has occurred near Kermadec Islands region. Light earthquake, 4.2 mag has occurred near Rost, USA in North Macedonia. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag strikes near Biak in Indonesia. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. The ongoing fight for gender parity in Lebanon. Peace and security in armed conflicts mean presence of food and absence of gunfire. Women will not reach parity at the pinnacle of power for another 130 years, predicts UN. Only small percentage of COVID-19 recovery allocated to green initiatives. More can and must be done to eradicate caste-based discrimination, says UN rights chief. Extent of violence against women during pandemic exposed. Death of an ambassador and the Congolese slaughter. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. 380,000 Kia owners told to park outside due to spontaneous engine fire risk. U.S. House passes universal background check bill. Obey, Biden outlines post-pandemic dystopia in dark and hopeless first address. China limits Hong Kong's elections because democracy activists kept winning. So this is how the US dollar dies. Federal taxes, spending and deficit all set records through February. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Is only 9% of the American Rescue Plan related to COVID-19? Will an asteroid the size of the Golden Gate Bridge pass near Earth? Is a 5G energy horse stalking a family? Is Kanye West trying to rename a city Ye? Minneapolis bowling alley drone video takes off online. Michelle Obama hooked on knitting, thinking about retirement. Spanish police sink drug smugglers' submarine plans. Billions of cicadas may be coming soon to trees near you. Germany bans water vitalizer over radio interference. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. RFK Jr. Video pushes known vaccine misrepresentations. C-check video, how viral deception spread. Fact-checking Barroso's claims about stimulus check recipients. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. WandaVision star Paul Bettany reveals he wore a fake butt in the Marvel series. 1 year and 6,000 COVID articles later, the Beast has readers like you to thank. The end is finally near for America's Trumped Democrat. Vocations, bar sex, and ragers, Biden plea to wait for 4th of July falls on deaf ears. A perfect storm, COVID law could send IRS rage into overdrive. Accused sex harasser Andrew Cuomo plays cancel culture card. MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell is trying to launch a social media site, and it's already resulted in a legal threat. Going 10 rounds with Jess King, star Peloton instructor and co-host of Instagram cooking show Umami. The pandemic turns 1-year-old, let's all scream into a pillow. Geraldo backs away from Senate run after Fox News freaked out. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Pelosi's perverse love excuse for Biden's border disaster. Team Cuomo gave group homes a deadly COVID mandate too, and it's still in effect. DNA could predict happy marriage, study finds. Lil Jon and Samantha Ronson 2 headline scam summer music summit. Alex Rodriguez's dating history, his girlfriend's wife before Jennifer Lopez. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Asteroid dust found at Chicxulub crater confirms cause of dinosaurs extinction. Tomorrow marks 240 years since William Herschel discovered Uranus. The sky this week. Run your messier marathon this week. Volcanoes could have breathed new life into a super-Earth's atmosphere. Observing it's time for the 2021 Messier Marathon. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Scientists want to send 335 million sperm and egg samples to the moon. NASA names new features on Mars in Navajo language. Asteroid the size of the Golden Gate Bridge to zoom by Earth. COVID-19 is never going to end, experts say. Marking 1 year of the global COVID-19 pandemic. Biden on ramping up nationwide COVID vaccinations. World marks 10 years since Fukushima disaster. U.S. marks 1 year since coronavirus outbreak declared a pandemic. Dr. Fauci on combating COVID 1 year into pandemic. Family discusses COVID's devastating toll on loved ones. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Schumer, Gillibrand call on Cuomo to resign over sexual misconduct claims amid diminishing support for governor. Detroit area foursome splits $1.05 Mega Millions jackpot. Oklahoma broadcaster makes racist comments at girls basketball team, quote on hot mic. Child care workers accused of sex crimes against kids after graphic video surfaces on social media. Myanmar court extends detention of journalist. Anti-masker who drank and disrupted JetBlue flight facing $14,500 fine. California man with history of victimizing elderly Asian people killed 75-year-old in brutal attack, cops. CIT, suspected package thief flashes doorbell cam by accident. Bronze statue of Ruth Bader Ginsburg unveiled in downtown Brooklyn. For board appearance, Rudy Giuliani scores multiple worst performance nods at this year's Razzies. The following headlines are from military.com. Army considers civilian control of criminal investigations in wake of Fort Hood report. Ex-Coast Guard officer seeks review of terrorism sentence. Pretty much definitive, former acting SecDef blames Trump's speech for January 6 Capitol riot. Almost nobody wants troops at the U.S. Capitol, including the Guard Chief and Congress. Coast Guard Service Chief on hand as cutter unloads 7,500 pounds of seized drugs. Air Force officially accepts the first F-15X. In a very difficult environment, Coast Guard offers incentive to entice recruits. Marines need funding for missiles that can target Chinese ships, top Pacific Admiral says. Navy grappling with bedbug infestation of nuclear submarine USS Connecticut. Biden aides hold talks with Israel on Iran, regional issues. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Pritzker says he's confident Illinois can meet Biden's May 1 deadline for making all adults eligible for a coronavirus shot. 11 Illinois Democratic U.S. House members sign letter ripping FEMA's decision to limit United Center vaccine slots. Pockets of vulnerability exist all across our state. Archdiocese of Chicago to consolidate 2 little village parishes, but both churches to remain open. 1 year of COVID-19, how Chicago responded to the unfolding crisis, from canceled sports and events to families searching for a new normal. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, Pritzker confident state can meet Biden's May 1 vaccine deadline. 1,763 new COVID-19 cases and 39 additional deaths reported Friday. Corrections and clarifications. Man killed woman he had disdain for after blaming her for relative's death, prosecutors say. 2 dead, 1 wounded in Evanston shooting. Here's what you need to know about COVID-19 vaccines in Illinois. Dry, sunny start to Chicago weekend to give way to sloppy start to work week. The following headlines are from phys.org. International Space Station images trace bird migrations. Scientists sketch age star system using over a century of observations. Researchers' computational methods pave the way for next-generation membrane technology for water purification. Zealandios, which may be the missing link in understanding Ice Age climates. An unusual creature is coming out of winter slumber. Here's why scientists are excited. School closures sideline working mothers. SARS-CoV-2 jumped from bats to humans without much change. Traces of Earth's early magma ocean identified in Greenland rocks. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Friday, March 12th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The Earth's rotation is gradually slowing down. Why the internet always says your headache is cancer. Was King Arthur a real person? 4 best HGH supplements, top human growth hormone booster pills for sale. 16 best magnesium supplements for type 2 diabetes. Best fat burner supplements, 2021 list. Best fat burners, top 5 thermogenic fat burning supplements of 2021. Best collagen supplements, top 2021 collagen protein powders. Is organic produce more nutritious than conventionally grown fruits and vegetables? Vikings once called North America home. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Despite hacks, U.S. not seeking widened domestic surveillance. Sharks GM hopes reset this season leads to quick success. Ravens looking to upgrade at wide receiver in free agency. Washington has cap space to spend, needs a QB and much more. Who's that big kid? Daytona 500 winner McDowell goes karting. Rams face big defensive losses in free agency after QB trade. Jets need to answer QB question, add offensive playmakers. Mormon leader says family donation to Biden was oversight. Browns expected to upgrade shaky defense in free agency. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. A's takeaways, will Mike Fears be on track to start the season? Plus, Fernando Tatis puts on a show at Hohokam. SF Giants vs Rockies, Gausman faces lofty expectations, Kazmir crosses Posey, a belt sighting. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez split after his latest scandal, report says. Map of California COVID tiers 2, more than half of state now in red. Labor movement sees Amazon's foothold in the South. March Madness, Bay Area college basketball fans should prepare for more sadness. Contra Costa County to move to Red Deer, as state hits COVID vaccine goal. 49ers reportedly bring back restricted free agent Mosley. Probe faults Rochester mayor, officials in Daniel Prude's death. Doug Wilson uses our word to describe current state of San Jose Sharks. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Judge allows Austin area mask order to continue 2 more weeks. Omaha officer shot, critically injured at shopping mall. Arkansas coronavirus hospitalizations continue to drop. Children packed into Border Patrol tent for days on end. Video, 102-year-old woman joins pay class with great-grandson. J. Rod Dunn, Lopez, Rodriguez call off 2-year engagement. Montana man found not guilty of attempted murder in shooting. Mormon leader says family donation to Biden was oversight. Buffalo public schools hit by ransomware attack. Man seeks change of venue in Furnace County child sex case. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Primaries matter, why this time is different for Andrew Cuomo. How unions defeated a right-to-work bill in Deep Red, Montana. Facebook told black applicant with PhD she needed to show she was a culture fit. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Friday, March 12, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Experts recreate a mechanical cosmos for the world's first computer. Accurate aging of wild animals thanks to first epigenetic clock for bats. Progress in fused ring electron acceptors made by PKU's on Ziaoi's group. Association between preterm birth, psychotropic drug use in adolescence, young adulthood. Remote control for quantum emitters. Confined magnetic colloidal system for controllable fluid transport. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Anthony Rizzo still optimistic Cubs can get a contract extension done this spring. As election year nears, Governor J.B. Pritzker faces a voter enthusiasm gap. For White Sox Eloy Jimenez, talk of defensive struggles is an instant mood changer. Woman murdered because gunmen thought she was responsible for brother's overdose, prosecutors. Bears bringing back Pete O'Donnell. Man charged in Calumet Heights murder arrested in Mississippi. Prisoner advocate demand to end lockdowns in Illinois prisons. Guns stored in deli truck lead to guilty pleas. Reports, Jennifer Lopez, Alex Rodriguez call it quits. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. City Museum rooftop reopens March 15th with 120-person capacity. Bakers for Black Lives returns this Sunday at Northwest Coffee. University of Missouri settles lawsuits over knee surgeries involving veterinarian. The Miracle and Mystery of Governor Parsons' Clemency Campaign. 5 Best Essay Writing Services on Reddit in 2021, Community recommends. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. All Michigan residents 16 and older eligible for COVID-19 vaccine on April 5th. Rye and Rye, the Great Grain in Bread and Whiskey. Herpesil reviews. Does Herpesil supplement eliminate herpes naturally? User reviews. More than 1 million Michigan residents have now been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Herpagreens reviews. Is Herpagreens supplement safe and effective? Users reviews. BioFit probiotic reviews. Alarming weight loss fraud or safe formula? Michigan man curiously uses photo of Jim from The Office to scam unemployment benefits. Autocratic DEA director presided over toxic workplace. Audio recording of confidential meeting reveals. Here are the 101 Michigan venues, clubs, and performance spaces that will get millions in pandemic relief cash. Lucido weaponizes COVID-19 nursing home deaths, but skipped vote to protect seniors. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Friday, March 12, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Houston's Max Flynn release is meant to be. A special ed student went to his teacher to report sexual abuse. HISD says that was his mistake. Head coach David Culley claims Deshaun Watson is committed to Houston Texans. Openings and closings, common bond on the go in Geo, Fedgens Heights. Harris County sues TxDOT to halt I-45 expansion project. Reviews for the uneasily quarantined, Cherry. Houston's 5 best weekend food bets, dig into corned beef Benedict at St. Patty's Day brunch. Best virtual bets, Copeland, Solaris, and a domesticated love story. Tenor Jack Swanson tackles a recital in 4 languages for Houston Grand Opera. Hair metal history revealed and reveled in massive new book. The next headlines are about world records making news. All the training for this is mental. Ottawa cyclist attempts Guinness World Record, CTV Edmonton. Watch 6 cast members and more attempts at Guinness World Record on 1-year anniversary of Broadway shutdown, Playbill.com. Brewery catapults keg to new Guinness World Record, UPI News. Memory has always been a gift. Oakville student sets world record playing Simon, inside Walton.com. World's first dress made of snowdrop flowers, Iris Flower Shop sets world record, World Record Academy. All the artists who could break records at the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards, Guinness World Records. 5 truly bizarre world record attempts that were made in Hampshire, Hampshire Chronicle. 5 wacky Guinness World Records Bracknell can boast about, Bracknell News. Lego Coliseum breaks record for largest set ever with over 9,000 pieces, Guinness World Records. Lancashire's Liv Cook skips to a new world record, Lancashire Post. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Study, colleges handing out sports scholarships give almost 90% of them to men. These Bluetooth dice let you send your rolls to your online D&D game. Fed's Swiss hacker tied to major security cam breach. The worst of the pandemic is truly behind us. Having lost its original atmosphere, this freaky planet is now growing a new one. Greenland rocks contain hints of a magma ocean on baby Earth. Pepsi's Driftwell would be way more relaxing if it didn't taste like a nightmare. Texas Rangers say they'll stop trying to hypnotize crime victims and witnesses. You won't regret dropping money on today's best Amazon deals. The World Wide Web is 32 today and billions of people still don't have access to it. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was N'Djamena in Chad at 111.2 degrees Fahrenheit or 44 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 82.3 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 63.5 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Shocking genetic data suggest Ebola lurked in Survivor for 5-6 years. Qualcomm smartphones are the next devices to get hit by chip shortage. U.S. lawmakers propose Australia-style bill for media, tech negotiations. Scientists solve another piece of the puzzling Antikythera theorem mechanism. AT&T promises fiber to the home expansion in 90 metro areas this year. HBO Max will get a cheaper, ad-supported tier in June. Short-selling firm accuses Lordstown of exaggerating truck pre-orders. Drivers are 24% more likely to speed when using adaptive cruise control. Ballsy vasectomy ads get foul call from NCAA. Apple alleges ex-MacBook Pro designer leaked secret details to reporter. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Republican lawmakers got caught for blatantly defying Capitol security, now they'll have to pay the price. $15 minimum wage would lift millions out of poverty, says Wall Street giant Morgan Stanley. Governor Cuomo should resign, NY Senators Kirsten Gillibrand and Chuck Schumer. FBI conspiracy investigation into Trump insurrection is just going to keep building, MSNBC analyst. U.S. administers 100 million COVID shots, official data. More twins are being born than ever before, researchers say. Vast Indian land sign draws visitors to Desert X Art Festival in the Coachella Valley. Biden has perfect timing in his shift to pushing progressive legislation, analysis. Mystery buyer of $69 million digital artwork known only as Mitakovan. Ron Johnson nickname Ron Annan could harm him in 2022 re-election, that ain't good. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Nebraska governor claims legalizing medical cannabis will kill your kids. From our archives, a prescient profile of Mary Ann Williamson. Cuomo questions accusers' motives, says cancel culture is behind calls for his resignation. Are life sentences a merciful alternative to the death penalty? The walls are closing in on Cuomo, fast. Over 700 complaints about NYPD officers abusing Black Lives Matter protesters, then silence. President Biden addresses the nation, promising a rapid return to normalcy. Mississippi just banned trans athletes, South Dakota isn't far behind. All American adults will be eligible for a COVID-19 vaccine by May 1st, Biden plans to say. New EPA Administrator Michael Regan champions environmental justice. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. Oklahoma lawmaker says $2 bounty is up for grabs for capture of unharmed Bigfoot, Fox 59. Issue of the day, the $2 million Bigfoot bounty, Hair American League Division Series Scotland. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Carnegie Mellon University to launch Pico CDF cybersecurity event next week, Security Magazine. SETI Institute in the news, Media Roundup, February 1st, February 15th, 2021, SETI Institute. Pandora's Pandemic, Science. Technosignatures, here's how scientists are going to look for intelligent alien life, Sky News. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. A neuroscientist believes he has found how to make the aging brain work better, the New Daily. ADX Therapeutics Limited, ADXN, CEO Tim Dyer on Q4 2020 results, earnings call transcript, Seeking Alpha. Neuromorphic computing market, business growth and highest return on investment, WA, analysis by 2027 IBM, Samsung Electronics, Intel Corporation, HRL Laboratories, The Courier. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Ajax announces preprint article relating to regeneration, aging, and cancer, Galveston County Daily News. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Friday, March 12, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFO reported hovering over 38th Infantry Regimental Headquarters, near Omaha Beach, France. UFO Chronicle 1945. Astronomer Jose Bonilla spotted UFOs in 1880 to UFO Chronicle 1965. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Friday, March 12, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.